Okay, just a quick heads up. This is a crappy video because it is my first. I haven't learned how to do screen yet. It's going to be from the screen of a phone to the screen of a phone. And let's just say I went ahead with the saying, get started before you're ready. Well, I'm obviously not ready, but I am getting started. So, I'm going to do stories and um, see if I have an opinion that I can share and get some commentary when I think that's called for. Let's just jump in and see where we're going with this, where I'm going with this, because I don't have any subs yet, and I am afraid that will be the case for a very long time to come. But here we go anyway. I should have uninvited this guy who is blocking this shot. Leading up to the wedding, he kept asking if he was going to perform. Every time I said no. During one of my bridal showers, he mentioned it to everyone who would listen. I correct him each time, telling him no, he's not going to perform. The day before my wedding, he was the sole reason for my stress. He arrives in my city the day before. He messages me that the car rental place messed up his reservation and now he doesn't have one, meaning he doesn't have transportation during my wedding weekend. I tell him to Uber to the hotel. His response was that it would be too much. I counter and tell him to make my apartment. As a note, I live right off a metro train station. Then we can come with me to the rehearsal at the venue, and then after the rehearsal, he could go with me to the hotel. Another note, he wasn't in the wedding, so there was no need for him to come to the rehearsal or the rehearsal dinner. I invited him both due to his transportation issue. Okay, well, yeah, I can see why, but it feels like he is forcing himself into every part of your wedding, parts that you don't even want him to, but he seems to have an excuse for everything. Like, no, it's too expensive, or well, whatever the hell his reasoning is, or he feels like his reason is. He manages to take an Uber to my apartment. Right when he's supposed to arrive at my apartment, his phone goes dead. Convenient. He has no way of communicating to me that he's there or where to find my apartment. I did message him details about my apartment complex, which apartment number, the gate code, etc. Not the gate code, but the gate code, etc. I try calling him. The few seconds I'm able to get a hold of him, he's telling me he's near stairwell 7. He's having an extreme panic attack and not telling me anything like which street he is near or what his surroundings are. The only thing he's telling me is stairwell 7. At this point, I'm feeling rushed because I have to get ready and leave for the actual rehearsal and still find him. Why? You didn't want him at the rehearsal, so why would you even bother to stress about him? He has no taxi to go to the hotel. He obviously hasn't charged his phone, which is just stupid. I mean, if I go out, I always have my camera on at least 80%. At least. But that's just me. Once we get to the rehearsal, he's introducing himself as my friend and that he's performing at my wedding. I reiterate that no, he is not performing or coming near the microphone that day. Once the rehearsal is over, he rides in with myself and one of my bridesmaids. Again, In the car, he mentions that he's performing at the wedding. At this point, I just snap at him and yell he is not performing and to not bring it up again. My bridesmaid could tell I was feeling overwhelmed and annoyed by his insistence to perform and him just not listening. Meanwhile, he thought I was just overreacting. I wish I could say the drama stopped there, but it didn't. No, of course not with a person like that who keeps saying, I'm performing. No. Yes, I'm performing. No. Yes, I'm performing. What do you expect? It's just drama from start to finish. Once we arrive at the hotel, I tell him to check in and then head to the rehearsal dinner. I head directly to the dinner. I end up seeing him appear about 15 minutes later. During the rehearsal, my maid of honor comes up to me to ask to speak to me in private. He was asking my maid of honor and two of my bridesmaids to allow him to stay in their rooms because he cannot afford his hotel room. I told you, this is the first time he's meeting them. He literally just met them. They keep saying no and making excuses up. He keeps pestering them for him to stay with them to the point where my maid of honor and bridesmaids just feel uncomfortable. Oh my god, he sounds just like a dickhead. Why did you even invite him? What was he of you again? This guy. Huh. Doesn't sound like a friend or anything. This guy. Maybe you should just tell him he's uninvited. Oh my gosh. It's just headache material. Like my video for you guys with the scrolling and stuff. And yeah, I wanted to say let me take a quick sip because my mouth is getting dry, but I can't because my fingers they get in the way. And I can pause the video for a second, but I hope it doesn't shut down like it did the first time. And let's try. Well, hope that goes better, but no, doesn't really feel like it. Alright, okay. I'm doomed. My nose is stuffed and my voice goes crackety crack. Not due to crackety crack. I did have some Coke, but the other kind, the fluid kind, the brown kind, the one you can buy in the supermarket kind. Am I safe, YouTube? Back to the story. So this guy was trying to force his way into the room of the maid of honor and the bridesmaids, from what I understood, because he couldn't afford the hotel. He couldn't afford to get there, he couldn't afford a hotel room, he left his phone to die. He tells people that he's going to perform at the wedding when he isn't. Oh my god. What a that. That was a burp, but it meant what an absolute dickhead. When I find this out, I'm livid. This means his rental car place didn't mess up his reservation. He couldn't afford it. He lied to me. Ultimately, one of my bridesmaids paid for his hotel room to get him to be quiet. My mother saw him panhandling for money. Isn't it panhandling for money? Outside outside of our hotel room. Look, my first language isn't English, so I stumble across words a bit. That should hopefully be better when I practice this more. Anyway, so this mother sees him begging for money outside of the hotel room. The night before the wedding, I kept having nightmares about what drama and stress would come from this guy. Yeah, who wouldn't? I would. Well, actually, I would have kicked him out. I ended up texting him in the middle of the night to arrive at the ceremony when the other guests arrive, and that there wouldn't be enough space for him in our bridal room when we were getting ready. Oh, I can feel it coming already. This is when I decided there was no recovering of this friendship. Also, it was a friend. Okay. Yeah, because she just called him this guy. I spent my entire wedding day avoiding this guy. See? I thought I should be the better person and not uninvite him. I would just avoid him during the reception. Big mistake, girl. Big mistake. You know, you know he's gonna mess it up. You're too nice. You're just too nice. This was easier said than done. He was sitting at the head table, so you placed him near the end so he wouldn't be in the way in photos. I told my bridesmaids that I just wanted to minimize him and avoid him during that day. During the reception, they kept dragging him away to dance, quote unquote, telling him he was acting too drunk, that the cop was going to arrest him, asking him to lower his volume since one of them had a headache, quote unquote. I told my wedding planner that I didn't want him near me. One of my wedding planners even danced with him and would make an excuse about how I'm needed in a different location. Aww, that's a real friend. But I don't think it's going to make any difference in the end result, but it is nice. I told my photographer to minimize him in the photos and to avoid him. I told the DJ if he gets up to the mic, for the mic, to say no. If he steals the mic, to get the cops involved. Well, yeah, good idea. For family photos, he tried to get in them. My wedding planner told him it was family only. He needed to go inside. During the send off, he stepped off the line to purposefully get in my way, and he hit my face with the wand. He blocked most of the photographer's shots for my send off. I ended up blocking him on everything. He messaged some of the bridesmaids and my husband asking what he did wrong. Oh, are you kidding me? You don't know? She told you so many times. You. Oh my god. What a ding dong. I told the DJ if he asks for the mic to say no. If he steals the mic to get the cops involved. Oh wow, yeah. For family photos, he tried to get in them. My wedding planner told him it was family only. He needed to go inside. During the send off, he stepped off the line to purposefully get in my way and hit me in my face with a wand. He blocked most of the photographers. Yeah, right. Well, the guy that takes the photos, shots for my send off. I'm going very well, am I? I ended up blocking him on everything. He messaged some of the bridesmaids and my husband asking what he did wrong. Are you freaking kidding me? You don't know what's wrong? You're trying to get everywhere for free and you're lying about things and you keep saying you're going to perform and basically give everybody and especially the bride a headache. Oh my, oh, what a douche. Ugh, yuck. And she still called him a friend. Ugh. The DJ did an amazing job controlling who had the mic. My photographer minimized him as much as possible. Oh, I can't say the word. The wedding planners did a phenomenal job making my day stress free. Oh, that's great. PSA: don't be afraid to uninvite someone close to the wedding day or the day of. That's what I said from the beginning. Why did you even invite him or tell him he could come? It was obvious he was going to make a huge mess out of your wedding if you hadn't put so many people in control so that he couldn't do what he wanted to do, and that was to be in the spotlights and take the spotlights away from the uh, marrying couple. It's just pretty obvious in my eyes, but okay, well, we have a photo here, and I think I found the douche right there. Ooh, yeah, I think that's him. I don't know why, but he looks douchey, and it's the only guy basically. No, he's not the only one there, but he's just obviously there. You know, he's like, if you look at the picture, you just see him because his arm is like, look at his arm. Literally, he's just goes whoop in front of the face of the bride and the groom. It's like it's almost as if he did it on purpose. No, he wouldn't do that. Okay, well, if you watch this first video again, please know this is my first time I'm doing this. Maybe I should have practiced first, but I just wanted to get one video out and going. And yeah, I'm going to spend my time researching what I said in the beginning and maybe get my Apple fixed so I can um, make better videos because, of course, this isn't working. And we'll see. That's all I can say. We'll see. And I hope that I will see you again in another video and you still like the story. And if you want to leave a comment behind, please do so and tell me what you think about the story and the guy and